Good day, Bloomfield, and welcome to BHS News with Shamai Cook. Let's get to the latest news. If any students have symptoms of COVID-19, which are fever, cough, shortness of breath, muscle or body aches, or sore throat, must see the school nurse to be placed in COVID-19 school isolation. And if you are doing at home learning, your camera must be on at all times, and so that teachers can take your attendance and know that you, the scholar of BHS, are ready to learn. In other news, the prospect of a vaccine to shield Americans from the coronavirus infection emerged Monday as a point of a disagreement in the White House race as President Donald Trump accused Democrats of disparaging for political gain a vaccine he repeatedly has said could be available before the 2020 election. We'll be right back with our very first BHS Sports segment with Mr. Ryan Kosis and Mr. Devin Oscar Keel. Right after this, we're watching BHS News with Shamai Cook. Shamai Cook, head journalist at Bloomfield High School. I am proud to report all of the hard-hitting news at Bloomfield High, from weather, girls basketball, boys basketball, and one-on-one interviews. My job is hard but very, very simple, to report all of the hard-hitting facts around the nation, the world, and at Bloomfield High. This is BHS News with Shamai Cook, because the action never stops.
Earlier this summer, BHS was the first to break that Doran Bryden was leaving the BHS football team to continue his football career at Washington, Oklahoma High School. The question is, can Bloomfield adjust to a new QB? Here to discuss on this topic is Mr. Ryan Kosis, head BHS baseball coach and special education teacher, and Devin Keel, BHS student athlete. Welcome, fellas. How are you doing on this great day?
Thanks for having us. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, doing good.
Good. So let's jump in. We're going to start with Mr. Keel, since he's on the Warhawks. So what did you think about Darden leaving?
I think it was like a big loss to the team, but we got to move on and let's keep the season pumping.
Mr. K?
I have to agree. I mean, not that I would ever want anyone to get injured, but injuries happen in football, and your QB1 goes down first quarter of the first game. What are you going to do? So it's kind of a similar situation where teams got to adjust, next man up, and got to keep rolling.
I think that he left because he didn't feel safe with the offensive line. His whole offensive line left because they were seniors, and he had. I think this was his year to prove people wrong. This is the year to prove people wrong that he can do something without Anthony Simpson, Kaijon Butler, Morris Gonzalez, and etc. So he's not a really mobile quarterback, but he has D1 offers. So I feel that this was his year to show people like me, myself, and other media, and other people who do talk bad about the team. Not say I talk bad about the team. I just report the facts. Just prove people wrong that he could do it by himself without those two really, really bad weapons on his side. You guys agree?
I think every quarterback always wants the spotlight, but he's always got to work with what he's got.
Yeah.
I think there are other players waiting in the footsteps, ready to go. So we'll have to see what happens. But he's entitled to make his choice, and if he wanted to go somewhere to play, good for him. But I think the team of Bloomfield High School is going to have to just adjust and go from there. Next man up.
What about you, Dev?
I agree.
Yeah. And this
about that.
Do we have a QB2? Who's
yes, I was just about to say it. This freshman QB, I have heard some new good things about him. And I think Mr. Q has some information about this cat. Can you tell us?
I mean, I didn't see too much of him playing, but I heard like he's gonna be good.
Coming
And
from Pop Warner, so
he's gonna be a great great new quarterback, stepping out just a lot on his back. But we got him coming from a lineman perspective.
Word on the town is we got some good incoming freshmen that took a good amount of time. I've talked to a couple of the coaches, and they seem they're excited. They're
confident.
Players, so
they are every year.
It happens.
Yeah. And let's switch gears to the NFL. Top 3 teams to watch this season. I'm gonna start off. I think the Chiefs. My first one is the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is coming off a Super Bowl win. He had 4,477 passing yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and he rushed for 281 yards. And he's 24 years old. He has a $50 million contract, just signed with the Chiefs. It's 500, excuse me. Whoa, I'm at 500. He's almost a billionaire if you just add this goes somewhere else. But I feel like this cat has a good future with the Chiefs. I feel like I could see them in the Super Bowl again, but maybe in the AFC Championship against my other team, the Ravens. Listen, Lamar Jackson. He's only a year younger than Patrick Mahomes. He's 23 years old. He had 3,427 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and guess what? This guy can scramble. He can move. 9.
Can I interject here?
Go ahead.
I think Lamar Jackson's out of the league or as a backup quarterback within 5 years. Within 5 years, he's a backup quarterback.
Mr. Kill.
Can I give you an example?
Go ahead.
Robert Griffin III came in the league.
Yep.
Blew the league up.
Yep.
I just think defensive coordinators are just too smart. They're gonna get a feel for what he likes to do. They're gonna take away the tight ends. And again, not that I want injury to happen, but he might get popped. And if you look at Robert Griffin III, his knee got torn up, and he was never the same. There is a injury risk when you have a mobile quarterback like that. And so, whereas I look at Patrick Mahomes, he's a pocket passer. Yeah, he can run if he has to, but he's going to stay in the pocket, do what he can.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's game is just built around him being able to scramble more and running. And I think that just leads to injury. And so, I think they're an exciting team to watch, but I think this year probably will be the last year of contention for Super Bowl, if at all.
Wow. Okay. Well, what about you, Mr. Kill?
I think Lamar Jackson, he's still got a lot in his tank to prove for being a Raven, And I think he could take him to the Super Bowl or win his chip, but it's gonna be hard because you still got Hopkins over there at the Cardinals. You got Brady over there in Florida, and then Joe Burrow, the rookie. We're gonna see what he's gonna do. And you got CeeDee Lamb and Judy, and Drew Lock. So you don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
But, you just gotta be ready.
Real quick. You guys just say all your 3 teams. Mine was the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Buccaneers. Mr. K.
So I go with the Chiefs. I mean, if I'm putting money on the game at all, or whoever would be playing the big game, I definitely would put money on the Chiefs being there. Hot take on the Chiefs. I think they only got 2 more years left of contention before they got to realize they have to pay all these players, and the salary cap takes a hit. And I think they get 2 years left, and then it's just going to be Pat Mahomes going to be thrown up to nobody because I don't think they can afford anybody with his contract in a couple years. Yeah. But 2 other teams I'm looking at going NFC here are the 49ers. I definitely think they've got 1 to 2 more years left.
They have a great defense. That's
however,
their. Huh?
However, if I'm going to pick my prediction for a Super Bowl winner, Drew Brees and the Saints win the Super Bowl this year.
I can see that. You don't believe in
your rides out into the NFL broadcasting booth with a high note with a Super Bowl ring.
Oh, I would love to see him in the booth. Monday Night Football. Go to
He's
Fox.
doing Sunday Night Football. He's gonna be doing Sunday night.
That'll be fair. Mr. Kill.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. the Patriots, because we got Cam Newton now.
Cam
there,
Newton.
You know?
That was my other point. Because Mr. K, you're a Pats fan, so I thought you were going to say your own team. I'm not talking about my Cowboys here. I'm not talking about my Cowboys here, you know. But
everybody looks an underdog, right? You know I'm rooting for him, but real quick in the Patriots, I think Patriots will go 10-6, 11-5, somewhere in that range. Depending on who they have to play in the first round of the playoffs, depends on how far they'll make it. With 7 teams now, only one team gets a bye. I think it'll be tough for them to get to the championship game with the Chiefs, Ravens. Steelers are also going to be really good this year. So I definitely see them making the playoffs, but how far they'll go, I don't see it going that far.
all right. You want to move on to the NBA? Who do we see in the finals? I'm going to start off with Mr. Keel. I feel like he's the NBA expert here.
LeBron's going to do this for Kobe, man.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to play the Celtics because I don't know what the Raptors...
Celtics are very dangerous right now.
With Kemba Walker, you know. So.
He's been so fair, been so kind.
Yeah, but I feel like you're looking at my cheat sheet. I got Lakers over Celtics in 6 games.
Okay.
Wait, so you're saying the Lakers are going to win?
Yeah, Lakers in 6 games.
Okay.
Over 4-2 series. I think Toronto and Milwaukee get bounced this round. Celtics take care of the Heat in the Eastern Conference, and then Lakers take care of probably the Clippers. And then, I think the Lakers make it. I think LeBron will get it. However, I have a hard time giving LeBron this championship.
Okay. He's proven people wrong. This guy went from the East to the West. He's proven cats wrong. They were saying it was too easy for him on that other conference, man.
But Kevin Durant went to the East. Steph Curry was hurt this whole year. Klay Thompson was hurt this whole year. Houston Rockets don't really play well together. Clippers are the only team that are going to give him issues, but Paul George, who's my guy, I love Paul George, he's been terrible. He had the last 2 games were decent, but Kawhi better show up and lock LeBron down, and they're going to have issues. I don't see Clippers. Clipper, that series might go 7, but I see it ending in 6 as well. I think LeBron's got a team that he wants. It's not even just LeBron, it's Anthony Davis right now. I got the demolishing teams.
What about the Rockets? You don't feel comfortable with the Rockets?
They're moving shaky, because CP3 had a 0.2% chance of making it to the playoffs, So that's crazy. And another thing, look at Doncic. He should have cleared out the Clippers. He got cheated, going 50-point games, that's without Porzingis. So just imagine if he had his big man.
You just made the point, though, Devin. It's basketball's a league. We need at least 2. 3, and you should be able to get to the finals. 2 make it competitive. But without Porzingis, Luka wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Rockets? Like Harden, I'm sorry, I'm not a Harden guy. I think him and Westbrook are not playing well together.
Listen,
well.
But Westbrook is coming off an injury. He's missing wide open layups. He has to get in the groove. That's his problem. When you're coming off an injury, looking like you just came off a Ralph Lauren fashion show, sitting on the sideline, what do you think? What else do you think he's gonna do? Be rusty? Get a whole Herman's belt and everything. What does this cat think he is?
Russell Westbrook. Go ahead, Dev. Go ahead. I'll finish.
He's been in situations higher than this level before. He had the Warriors. How many championships? Two championships they won? 3
Can we get a fact check, please?
3. They won 3.
A 3-peat team. No, a 3 championship team.
They have 3. Yeah,
Right?
3. Yes.
And
I'm being told
Warriors up 3-1. Russell Westbrook is a great player, but he's just not there when he needs it. When the pressure comes on,
he's missing the clutch gene. That's what he's missing. Watch Team USA play in the Olympics. Russell Westbrook probably plays his best position, and that's the backup point guard. He goes in for those probably 5 minutes each quarter, and he is just an Energizer bunny. So when you depend on him for 40 to 45 minutes a game, he's going to make those mistakes, and he doesn't have a clutch gene. I wouldn't want to guard him, but I don't trust him in the final minutes to make the good decision. That's where I think LeBron, Paul George, Kawhi, Chris Paul have kind of made their, best opportunities count.
Guys, have a point there. That does it for this beautiful segment. I've been waiting all summer for this. on this beautiful thing. Thank you, Mr. K. Thank you,
Good to be
Mr.
back.
Keel. And I see you guys next week for the BHS Sports segment. We will be right back.
Mike Cook here. BHS News has just created a new website that has exclusive BHS content. Go visit bhsnews.wexsite.com/Shemai Cook. The link is in my bio, so check it out. Quote of the day. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Think about that. Let it register in your brain and in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more contact on BHS News, go to bhsnews.wexsite.com/Shemai Cook. All praises due. The action never stops. Have a great morning.